Hey there, and welcome to another Carl High Club podcast episode. Today's episode is a special one. It's the first impromptu in-person chat I have had in ages, and it all went down in the magical town of Clarens. I wandered into the Highlands Coffee Roastery where I met a coffee roasting fairy. Yeah, you've heard it. If you don't believe me, go have a look for yourself. And I spent the day with Chris, the heart behind the roastery. Highlands Coffee has always been a pit stop for me, and it's home to the best beans I've ever tasted. So this episode is full of music, coffee, and the pure joy of connecting with incredible people. So grab a cup, settle in, and enjoy. But my podcast is called the Highlands Club Podcast. Mm-hmm. It's generally just about a conversation with another human being traversing onto this planet.
Nice, yeah.
And thank you for coming on board this episode. It's one of the first in-person episodes I've had in ages. So thank you for coming on to the show.
Not over Zoom or something like that.
No, yeah. So it's so I'm actually quite excited.
I'm wearing my pants.
Yeah, exactly. And we're sitting here at your establishment, Highland Coffee. So on my show I have today is Chris. Your last name?
It's Perphanis. It's Greek.
Perphanis.
Yeah, my full name's Christian Spiro Perphanis.
That is a cool name.
Yeah. Call myself a Griekse boer. So we're the only Perphanis family in South Africa.
No way.
And yeah, one of the few outside of Greece. Not a very common surname to find outside of Greece.
Yeah, it comes in as a surprise. Like, whoa, I haven't heard. That's powerful. And so just how many generations of your family is currently staying in South Africa?
2. So I'm the third generation of the Perphanis family. But Christian comes from my mom's side.
Okay.
So that's Afrikaans and trace it all the way back to the great boers. Apparently, I haven't verified this, but Christian de Wet is in my family tree.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, who's on the search to find out if he is? I mean, how did that lore come into your family?
That was so. My folks were divorced when I was very young, and one guy my mom was seeing at the time was like very into Afrikaans history and boerencultuur and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's the one that told me that. He said, "Did you know?"
Yo, opa. Yeah. That was Steve off, mate. Yeah. And we're sitting here outside of your coffee shop. So tell me a little bit about what sparked the journey of coffee, because I know coffee is a very spiritual thing to a lot of people who is especially in the roasting world, who's get hands-on involved in the roasting world. It's a very spiritual journey, and I wanted to find out, have you experienced the same thing? Is it the same thing for you?
I would say it's not the way I was drawn to it, but it drew me into that sort of magic of the coffee business, as a coffee professional.
But you had to sit somewhere and be like, okay, wait, no. I had enough of this shitty coffee. I need to make a change in my life.
Well, we were having this conversation earlier. So when my wife and I moved to Clarens 15 years ago, it was all about making a big life change. And we bought a bakery. And it was, you can bring me a cortado as well, please. Sorry. Yeah.
It's a little teddy bear. Yeah, this is so epic.
He's an artist as well. He brings it into his coffee.
Just so you guys know, I've got a teddy bear in my cappuccino. It's ridiculously adorable.
So buying the bakery at the time, and it was an existing one, there was staff who kind of knew how to do it. And we appointed this sort of general manager who was a real foodie. He was from the area, been living here for a long time.
But what did you do before you bought the bakery?
Before, I was a wireless communication specialist. So I was in radio communication, technology. I worked in two-way radio, probably about almost 15 years total. All two-way radio stuff, and then onto vehicle tracking, and then eventually wireless internet technology. So I was working for Internet Solutions.
Wow.
Via early days of other companies that I'd worked with. So all technology driven stuff.
Yeah.
And
bakery.
Never been afraid of trying something new. So always I've done quite a few different things. I've been in refrigeration, electrical work, computers. So when I first started, I was working in the original PCs and old mainframes.
Oh, whoa!
So electronic workshop stuff, yeah. And just trying, like I said, never been afraid of trying something new.
Is it because you were bored, or was it like a constant need to gather new knowledge?
It's there was a phrase I heard the other day. It's imposter, feeling like an imposter. It's some sort of I forget the word for it, but it's if you're working in an industry, and you've worked your way up through experience, then and you eventually reach a similar level to people who have the high-tech knowledge and the degrees and all that sort of thing, where you on their level in that industry, but you don't have that in-depth knowledge that they have.
I didn't go study this,
things like that. Imposter syndrome or something.
Yes,
like
imposter
that.
syndrome.
I think it's something like that. Yeah. Sometimes I felt that, and I felt like, yes, I'm like, I've been faking it for a long time now, and I've made it. How much longer can I fake this for?
Am I faking my own life?
And then maybe bail because, like, fuck, I'm gonna like mess up badly or something, and not know why. So that kind of drove me to actually, in the beginning when I was first working in electronics environment. Back in the late 80s, where I did like in-house courses and things like that with the company I was working for, which gave me a great practical knowledge, but not really the in-depth knowledge. And at that time, I was like, fixing things, but not really knowing what
it's like,
what actually went wrong.
This is my job.
It was like that. So at that time, I kind of no, I need to know more. So I went to go and study electronics at Technikon. And I got bored of the studies. So I got to near the end, I never wrote my final exams, and I thought, I've like kind of learned everything I want to know now.
This is my life now.
This is it, off we go. Then from there on, the changes were really just mostly just life opportunities that came my way. And I just thought, well, why not? Let's have a go and let's see how far we go. And then when we moved here, I'd been working with her before I worked for Internet Solutions. I worked for them for about 18 months before we moved here. Prior to that, I worked with a guy for about 8 years in various different disciplines of wireless communication, where he was like that, a fearless entrepreneur.
Yeah, just big
being
boss.
A millionaire and lost it all, made a million, lost a million, and it didn't faze him. And he would just tackle stuff that was
it doesn't
way
make
above
sense
him.
to me how these people can blissfully just, without raising an eyebrow, say, I've gone broke, lost millions. And I'm like, wow, I wouldn't even know what to do with my life if that happened to me. And you're just, I'll just make another million.
Yeah, he was like that.
Yeah, what?
And he was dyslexic. He could barely write his own name.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Watching him typing on a computer is one of those guys who, like, he hits a key, then he looks at the screen. He hits a key, he looks at the screen. He carries on
How
like
do they do that?
But this guy, he could look at a page of numbers and just go like, okay, that's right. And from day to day, week to week, he always knew, okay, we've got about that much in the bank without looking. He's got that much business. Kind of work out the risk in his head and go, yeah, okay, cool, we can put that.
This guy's a human computer.
It's like that, But that dyslexia thing was just like, wow,
but it's just his way of thinking. I don't think it was dyslexia. I just think his brain operated on a whole different spectrum.
No, for sure. No, absolutely, he was dyslexic, and he said that. And he said he was like a poor student. He had problems learning, problems reading, all that sort of stuff.
My way of thinking is just a whole entire different, almost like I said, different discipline of thinking.
Yeah, and like his philosophy as well. You can tackle just about anything. You don't need to know how to do it. You just need to know people who know how to do it, who are willing to join you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the driver, the salesman, the motivator, the money guy. He's got to find the money.
Keep the fire under the idea, guy.
That's it. Yeah. And I loved his like just fearlessness and just joy of life. It just really, everything was fun for him.
Yeah.
And it kind of resonated with me because that's a lot of the same way unknowingly,
Yeah.
without any real plan.
That's
It's just
been what you've been
I just
doing.
followed the
Blissfully,
flow.
yeah.
That's it, So
The
into
blissful
obstruction, I
ignorance.
went the other way.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It's same art, different mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving here and trying something new was like really inspired by him as well. I thought, bugger it, if he can do it, I can do it. I'm much smarter than he is.
Yeah.
And I've got the same kind of tenacity as he has.
Like,
so
if he can do
sure,
it, I can
make
type.
This, I can make this work. I can type, man. Yeah. With 2 hands.
Without looking at the screen. I can do it.
So coming here, I spent like a month of weekends working in that bakery just to kind of get a feel and figure, let's sink this money that we've got into it. And off we went. And then I hired this girl I was talking to about, this foodie girl. And she was like really into learning a new kind of direction in food.
Yeah.
And they were doing your typical soft white buns and white loaves type of bakery stuff.
Your garden variety bakery.
And I thought, no, we got to make something better than this, better quality.
People need to come and stop for this.
Exactly, yeah. And we spent many late nights with books, and
Ideas.
YouTube was still pretty young then, but
Yeah.
there was some stuff there, were a little bit there.
Oh, really?
Talking back in 2009, 2010, around there. But just playing and experimenting, and her bringing ideas and me bringing ideas, and both of us learning how to do this stuff.
Yeah.
Make it better, make it different. Bringing it to the staff and doing it with them, and really having fun and just exploring like a whole new direction, learning something new. And I was thinking, also besides the fact that, like, if Dan, that guy I was talking about, if he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
And I love bread.
Bread is.
So how hard can it be?
People always need bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the coffee, that was like a suggestion by the guy I bought the bakery from.
He was
Yeah, he was the guy who said, you know what would go well with
coffee.
bread is coffee. I was like, you're right.
Coffee and bread.
And I love coffee. So how hard can it be? So, yeah, and we started off, our website was called Bread and Coffee back then. And so we had the bakery, the coffee roastery, which started off as a franchise of a place called Baruch's Coffee in Mossel Bay. He's the guy who sourced the machines for us.
Oh, wow.
He came up here, installed the whole thing.
Oh, is that where you got
couple
the
of days
idea from the
training.
consultancy, like what it entails?
Kind of. Well, he
kind of
he
sparked
thought
it.
he was going to start a franchise.
Ah, got you.
So that was the thing. So I was operating under his brand and paying him a royalty, buying through his account through the wholesale suppliers.
the supplier, yeah.
Because they had like a tiered sales system, Anyway, so he benefited. So we all got a better price because
Yes.
we.
I mean, I see it in the
consumption
printing
up.
world as well. All of the people buying bulk T-shirts, all of them putting one part. They build the tiers up, and everybody make use of their account.
Yeah,
I mean,
there you
that's
go.
the
Yeah,
standard
so you get
business
the
operation.
benefit of the bulk,
Yes.
the bulk purchases, exactly. So it was going okay, and then one day he gave me a call and says, "No, we've got to wrap this thing up." So I've been roasting basically with in his style, the way he showed me, under his brand. Putting it in the oven and in the roaster and taking it out after 15 minutes type of thing.
Okay. Yeah, just go check. Wait for the pop, then you know you're golden.
Yeah. That's how he showed me, and he'd been roasting like that for 10 years at that stage.
10 years.
Yeah. So after a couple of years, he came to me and said, "We have to wrap this up." He said, "No, I'm getting divorced. My wife is trying to make a claim on my business, and I have to make it look smaller. So can we just end this franchise thing?" He gave me a number. He says, "Here's a settlement, and just pay me that, and it's all done."
Yeah,
so I was
then
like, "Cool, okay." And then we started. Okay, cool. Now we start our own brand.
Yes.
And I'd already been scratching through the internet and trying to getting that sort of imposter syndrome coming in there, like
can
I
I do
really
this though?
don't feel like I know what I'm doing. Here.
Can I do this though?
It seems a bit hit and miss. So
Yeah.
I started researching and looking for information. Not easy to find. And contacting roasters, nobody wants to talk to you. No,
And every day your money is running out more and more.
No, things were going okay
Yeah.
then. I mean, the business was rolling. It was doing okay, and people weren't really aware of specialty coffee.
It's
15
just
years ago.
coffee.
In South Africa.
That's good coffee.
So I was a bit ahead of the curve at that. So, Eventually the coffee business started like subsidizing the bakery, which was difficult to run in Clarens back
it's like,
then.
okay, now maybe...
Yeah, we had like, days and weeks, or not weeks, but days where we wouldn't make a single sale in the bakery. And
now the answer is just staring you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just...
And the shelf life of bread, you don't sell it today, you got to throw it away tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't have enough ducks for that.
So the coffee just seemed like a logical thing to follow. So gave up on the bakery, sold out in that, and focused on the coffee. And still looking for more information.
It's like music. It's like music. You can't know everything in music. It's impossible.
Absolutely,
you can't know all of the music.
No, you can't. Yeah.
You go until the level.
Pick a lane.
You go into the level which you feel comfortable, and if you can only play that 4 chords, you're gonna be a 4-chord guy.
Yep. Sure.
But all of the effort that you put in, you're just gonna, expand, and it's monumental. It doesn't end.
For sure. Yeah. And those 4 chords, if you only know them, only know 4, you play those 4 as beautifully as you possibly can.
Yeah, just if you know 4, be a 4-chord genius, just nail it. If you be proud of it. You've done put in some work.
Playing music as well, it's a never-ending quest. I mean, I've been playing, say on and off since I was in 20. I learned to play at school.
What did you start off with?
Clarinet.
No way.
Yeah.
You were right into the blowing instruments.
Yep.
Windwards.
And dabbled in it, in and out of it, and only really been taking it. Well, I took it seriously from about 2000 till probably about the time we moved here, but it was a serious hobby.
Yeah.
And played with bands, and we always used to go to the Battle of the Bands and play as many shows we could, but never made any money. No.
Yeah, it's for the love of it, eventually.
Now I'm pursuing it seriously. It's been about a year and a half now, and it's a second job now, so I'm making a good income out of it.
Okay.
Also spending a lot more time just learning more and playing better, just getting better at my instrument.
But don't you think it's easier with a band? Because I feel if you join a band, you're going to learn a lot quicker, in my personal opinion. Because I want to come back next band practice and show these guys, this is what I learned, this is what I've improved
100%.
on.
So in that sense, actually like showing off a bit to your bandmates, and also hiding behind them.
Yeah.
So both sides, so you can hide your lack of skill, blend it in with them,
but also
or
learn.
You can come back and try and blow them away.
Yeah.
So both work. Yeah. Definitely in a band scenario.
As a bassist, where you're like, okay, I'm gonna
just play one note per bar.
Just lie down a bit between these guys. Yeah. So you guys are playing tonight.
We are. Yeah.
How often do you play in Clarens?
Oh, every week. So we play 2 or 3 gigs a week. So pretty busy.
Wow. So
about 100 gigs this year already. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is it? But how do you get the gigs? I mean, how does the gig culture work here in Clarens?
So here we've got some regular gigs. Clarens is not great paying, but it's sort of bread and butter, and it's more about the networking that we do in Clarens here in music.
With
people outside of town,
exactly.
They see us, they're blown away, they come, they ask us, do we travel outside, do we do events and things, and we start talking, So weddings, corporate gigs, events, festivals, anything like that. Guns for hire. Yeah.
Do you prefer playing your original content, or do you like jamming out covers every now and then?
I actually don't. I'm not partial either way. I like playing existing songs because
you can expand a little bit.
Firstly, people recognize them.
Yeah.
It's more exciting to play when you're playing to an audience that
and they vibing the song.
Vibing. Yeah. So, but both are great, So we mix our originals. We're only just starting to write originals now. And we sneak them in and
see how they react.
That's it, and I love it, But what we do, we definitely do like a jammy version, jammy version.
Jammy.
of the songs. They're recognizable, but sometimes we tell people don't bother trying to sing along.
No,
because
we don't even know the lyrics.
we don't know. We don't.
We're just jamming
it like it sounds like it, but it isn't.
This might be Californication. We don't know.
And even our band leader Rudo, he is not great at remembering exactly what key the song was in. So it might be the same structure, it might be the same key, but never quite sure.
Surprise!
He won't even announce it. He'll just start playing it, and then you're gonna go, "What's this? It sounds a bit like that." Oh no, I get it. Okay, that's the song. Off we go.
Do you at least have a couple of sax solos?
No, I get the.
It must be the coolest thing. That must just be the coolest. I can just imagine in my head being able to play a sax solo. That must anyone would be like, damn, wow.
Our party trick is I use a wireless microphone and wireless headphone monitors. So party trick is for me to slip off the stage on the side and then sneak around the back and then come in at the back and play behind everybody.
Surprise!
Standing on a table or something like that.
It's surprise sax.
That's when we get the underwear thrown at us.
Yeah. Surprise sax.
Yeah.
That's what will get it. There's a band called Crimson House.
Yeah.
They're this gypsy circus-esque band from Namibia. And they got violin players and saxophone players. And they've got this thing that this is probably one of the most fun shows I've watched. I watched them in Mozambique, beach party at Strap.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the saxophone player and the violin player in tiny little blow-up boats.
Oh, cool.
And they were crowd surfing in this blow-up boats, and they had sax and violin. So they had a sax and violin battle between them while crowd surfing on this little blow-up. I'm like, that sounds cool, wild. I'm like, that's probably
and everyone keeping them up.
Like, and some of the people want the saxophone guy to win, and like, it is bonkers. But
wow. What are they called?
Crimson House. They've got fire dances on stage and people, gypsies and all kinds of things. It's the coolest experience.
Yes.
So
what is that? There was that sort of cross-cultural, trancey kind of band that did Afro-Celt sound system.
Oh shit!
Back, yeah.
Africult.
Afro-Celt.
Oh shit!
So you had like West African musicians in there with bagpipes and violins and things.
Wow,
that was amazing.
Do you know Haggis and Bong?
Give me that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was
the name of that band again. Sorry.
Crimson House.
Crimson House.
Shout out to Crimson House.
Yeah. Love finding out about new music.
Yeah, Rian, he's got this raspy voice. He sounds just this.
Oh, awesome.
Bluesy. Yeah, they've got everything in there. It's such a fun vibe.
Oh, this looks interesting. Great. And a megaphone.
Everything, dude.
Just checking this one photo of theirs here.
Yeah. it's
nice. 6-piece.
It is cool. Intense band.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And 2 saxophones. No, nice one. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, especially if you play saxophone. That's probably a very good local band to... Which one of your favorite, like, if you have to say for your generation, just think about your generation, what would you say is a seminal band that stood out local, South African?
Local South African?
That stood out for your generation?
I guess it had to be Springbok Nude Girls, huh? Wonderworm, Springbok Nude Girls, we're talking newer than that.
No, I'm asking for your generation. Yeah, like what was for you seminal?
Okay, well that's even they're quite new. For me, Avoid.
Avoid.
Yeah.
We were literally just talking about Avoid in the Eastern Cape. They were playing in East London, I think, a couple of months ago.
They were around, yeah.
Yeah.
So Windrich, the brothers.
I was my buddy Franco that lives in Hamburg. He told me like if Void is playing, I'm like, who's that? And he played the song. Like, no way, Void.
So that was me. That was in the height of the, what do they call it? The new romantic.
Yeah, that was probably like the
lots of makeup and
African version of Depeche Mode. Exactly. How I always saw them, like Depeche Mode.
Yeah, like that.
NXX vibes, you know, during that generation.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So
I mean,
it had to be those guys in terms of like the pop music. I was following all those sort of or subculture type bands as well. Cherry Faced Lurchers,
Oh, wow.
Gereformeerde Blues Band.
Bed on Bricks was also a good one.
Yeah, like that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know you're talking about. Yeah. The Zap Dragons.
Zap
Zap
Dragons.
Dragons. That was a nice
Zap.
Afro ska with a 3-piece horn section.
No way. That sounds
I
like
might
Boo
be mixing
from
it up
Chris
with someone
Comedian.
else. It's kind of that sort of vibe. It's and of course Boo. Yeah,
Boo,
Then
I mean-
that came later. Yeah.
I mean, if you've got Chris Chameleon cross-dressing and playing bass as the main instrument and it's punk, I mean, that's probably one of my most badass South African bands if you have to think about
Oh,
it.
it's pretty
Like,
wild. Yeah.
this guy just slapping bass in fishnets.
Yeah.
You know?
And another, around about that time, the guy who became, what's the name, the Antwoord.
Well, what can Tudor Jones?
That's him, yeah, the original Evergreen. And
Yeah,
his other
Max
band,
Normal
Max
TV,
Normal.
Max Normal
That's
TV,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Felix Leband.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, jeez, I forgot about him, man.
Yeah, he's still vibing.
Also.
I still acted. Felix Leband got me through lockdown. His music just such a happy, but also the original What Can Tudor Jones, where he still worked with Cybot.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
DJ, yeah.
Go DJ Cybot.
Yeah. Old Felix the band, he inspired me a lot when I was getting into music production. I sort of dabbled in that a bit, working with digital audio workstations, working with loops and tracks and samples and all kinds of stuff like that.
I mean,
used to
that's
love his
wild
stuff.
how he was way ahead of his time with sampling and
Yeah.
electronic music. I
He
mean,
played clarinet. I saw him play, and he actually brought out a clarinet and played.
No
the
way.
notes in there. Yeah.
I think Felix Leband is, in my personal opinion, but think about it logically, right?
Yeah.
He's a South African Rodriguez. Because
In terms of lack
he's
of
famous,
recognition.
yeah, and
yeah.
I mean, Donkey Rattle is in the end of some of movies, and it's been played on Top Gear, and a lot of
Really?
his music is being played in movie scores, exit credits music, and stuff like that.
okay.
And no one knows who he is. He's just some guy that's sitting there in Joburg, just looping all kinds of things and taking snippets out of the magazines and stuff and sticking it together and calling it art. I mean, it's such a wild guy.
That's interesting. I didn't know he'd had
That's
that
I see
kind
him
of
as like the
success,
reversed.
Yeah,
And he
sure.
doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm like, do you know about it? And he says yes, but do you get paid for it? He doesn't care. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, or he does. I don't know.
Sounds like an attitude of the kiffness.
Yeah.
Love that as well. Hey, all that genius. Yeah.
If you have to sit and think about if you have to play music that you want to play, and if you have to start a band from scratch, brand new band,
Yeah.
what type of band would you want to play and why?
Definitely something reggae, ska, that sort of thing. I love reggae.
I was thinking reggae recently as well.
And it's got to have a horn section. Obviously, yeah.
Do we
it works.
steel drums?
Steel drums can work. It's fine.
I mean, there's steel drums on the table.
They're like tight drums and bass.
You need a 6-string bassist.
Yeah, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, some guy that just likes that low end.
Yeah, nice boomy low end.
Yeah.
If they like in traditional music sense, there was a band I was playing with called One Mighty Atom, and they played a genre they called psychedelic funk. And the concept was real musicians playing real instruments, producing an electronic sound. So drums was the electric drum kit and the pads and things.
Yeah.
Bass player played through like a bass synth pedal, so playing a real bass guitar, but the sounds were like real deep.
Yes. I mean, it's
Kind
still
of
live band,
trancey,
but it's electronic. Yeah.
Psytrance type kind of vibes. Guitarist,
Lot of
just also
tremolo
a wash
happening on
of
there.
sounds and things coming, and then I played the electronic wind instrument and saxophone.
So does the electronic wind instrument act as a MIDI controller essentially?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can just put effects on the MIDI.
For sure, yeah. It can do that. So it is actually an all-in-one instrument. So it's a synthesizer, not bad. I also do a little bit of origami. I'm gonna fold you a bunny just now.
Oh, can you?
This you go one step further. And hang on, there's a slightly different technique where the top flattens down.
On the inside, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually do it like that because I like to hang them up. So I like to keep that so you can put a little hole in it.
Pterodactyl, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the electronic wind instrument, the iwi, is a specific brand, or at least a model of Akai.
Okay.
And it's a synthesizer, so it's fully self-contained.
So it's standalone as whoa.
It's a two oscillator synthesizer with built-in effects as well.
Wow. So you don't need a.
But it also has MIDI out, and you can also control it by MIDI. So, with these guys on Mighty Atom before, we used to play along to a click track, and I used to get MIDI signals in from the click track.
Oh shit!
To do these complex changes in the sound.
Lord of the Rings
as I was playing it. So that's pretty cool. Now I use it the other way around. So now I use it into a sound module to get sounds like electric guitar. So I sometimes do lead guitar parts on it.
Exactly. You can, and I'm pretty sure you can
get
switch
accordion bits on there.
Can you switch through the instruments quite easily from
the little button on the controller itself? So you just step up, step down.
Time for a guitar solo.
Playing strings, nice little simple Casio synth type sounds.
MIDI is a world you just need to know one instrument. With MIDI, you can play all of them then.
For sure.
You're a golden.
Sometimes go with these exotic flute sounding things as well.
Do you know who Lindsay Sterling is?
Mm-mm. Not familiar with that name.
Do you remember Vanessa May, the violinist?
Oh yes, yeah.
So Lindsay Sterling,
Japanese,
she was very popular for playing the electric violin. That. There was a time in the 90s where electric violin and Enya was pumping on the radio, you know? Enya. Yeah. And Vanessa May was
funny you bring up Enya. I watched a thing last night. How, the progression of Enya's career. From playing with her family band as a kid to becoming the joke. Or, the kind of punchline.
Becoming becoming a meme
of schmaltzy music. Shame. No, she didn't deserve that.
I mean, Enya to this day, Enya is probably one of the most beautiful women in the planet for me. When I was a kid, I was
looking good. Yeah.
When I was a kid, when all of the other kids were looking at Britney Spears, I was looking at Enya and thinking to myself, "Yes, it is a mooi tannie."
No, I agree with you. She's like that sort of. Muse type face.
Angelic, if you have to share something, like wisdom to anyone, it can be anyone. If someone comes to you and you can say absolutely anything to them, what would that be? If you have just right off the top of your head, don't overthink it.
Okay. So, if I don't overthink it, don't be afraid of taking chances. Yeah? Have faith in yourself, work hard, and your dream, you can realize your dreams. Yeah, with tenacity, conviction, hard work, all of those things, you can do anything.
What would you say is the biggest motivator in times where you had that imposter syndrome, where you think to yourself, "Fuck. All right, I'm taking this plunge now, but I don't think I'm equipped for this." What do you say to someone who feels like, "I don't want to go do that because I'm scared that I'm going to fail"? That imposter syndrome is there, and then you feel like even more of a failure. So now I put everything into this one thing. How do I just stay just stick with this thing? It's what you want, right?
I think also... be ready to cut your losses, don't flog a dead horse. and failure is part of learning, so you never fail. When you fail in something, you learn how not to do something.
You never fail. So failure is not a thing in your mind.
It's not a thing.
So failure doesn't exist. You just know that you've learned from this experience.
That didn't work. It wasn't a failure. It's just something that didn't work. I need to try something else.
Do you think more people need to think like this?
I do. Yeah. I think we're in that era though, where the job for life and the career and all that kind of thing is
past.
Yeah, it's something in the past.
It's done,
and it's more about hustling,
and having fun.
figuring ways to generate an income without putting in too much of your personal time investment. Just working smarter and not harder.
And like you say, I think the most valuable thing that by the way, I love that we're both folding all the origami right now.
I can talk and fold.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do is to talk and fold, by the way. That ever since we started this podcast, I've been talking and
I
folding.
used to be able to fold a lot of models, but the only one I can remember is the swan and the rabbit, which I'm going to try and do now.
I'm trying a mini one.
Oh, hey, there you're getting it. That's the one. It's.
I just need to fold this inside in a little bit so I can get the feet
back.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a bit hard to small. But this is my party trick. I'm able to small one.
Bella. Here's a regular. How's it, Adrian?
Hey, how's it?
Yeah, lekker, man. She wakes up. What? You beat me. It's impressive getting it so small though. It's tiny.
I just needed to stand by itself like it does like over there. So yeah.
It used to be like me as a wingman little trick with guy friends of mine.
Dude, same.
Hey.
Vogel in front falls.
And they go in and press some. Oh, moeder, that's so good.
One of my in my mid 20s party trick was I would peel off the label of what the girl was drinking,
Yeah.
and I would write my number inside of the label, and I would fold her. If it's a black label swan with my number inside. That was
nice. Yeah.
that was the move. And I'm sad to say that that was the life that I lived at the time.
Do what you gotta do, hey?
Maybe, but
It's better than a cheesy pickup line.
I know. I mean, yeah. What's the cheesiest one you know?
What's it? Heaven must be missing an angel.
Why? Because I think you fell on your face.
Oh, what? No, that didn't come out right.
We used to have this game. So we were a horrible bunch of kids. We worked together for ADT in the technical department. It was just a bunch of these young 20-year-old guys behind the computers sending technicians out to go fix alarms. We all worked together. We studied together. We lived together. It was crazy. We were 24/7 in each other's minds. And when we went to go out to party, Edwin, I'm gonna bleep out his name.
Okay.
I'm gonna bleep out his name. He had this game where he called it badminton. Right? So how badminton worked was if you specifically get a slap from a girl in the face, all of the other guys needs to buy you drinks for the rest of the evening.
Oh, okay.
So you need to go pull out a reverse pickup line because you need to get bat. You need to bat ball. We got some quite, and I know the one that I always pulled that I knew, like, listen, I am definitely going to get a slap, and I can just get the slap over and done with the first one.
Yeah.
Where if you asked, this is so horrible, it's so horrible. I asked the girl, can you dance, right? And if she says yes, I would ask her to go dance over there so I can speak to her friend. And then I would get my slap and my drinks are paid for the rest of the evening. I don't have to worry about playing badminton. I'm golden.
That's a good one. I know a variation of that I normally would use with somebody like trying to sing a song. I said,
Who sings it?
Do you like that song? Oh, yes, I love it. Why do you sing it like that then?
Yo,
You could use the dance one as well. Do you like dancing? Yes. Why do you dance like that then?
I thought you loved dancing. I think yours might kill a cup if you say that at an open mic night where someone covered something and it's his first night. That would put someone off of guitar for the rest of his life.
No, I'll never discourage a musician in that way. That's just cruel.
My dad, he looked at me and he said, "Jy weet jy gaan meer geld maak met daai instrument as jy hom verkoop." He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. I ended up making more money out of my music career than when I sold my bass, and I'm still sad to this day.
Oh, did I make a mistake here now?
Yeah. Where are you going at with that? Also, are you a double bunny?
Where am I? No, I think I've gone.
So, when I'm bridging the end of this podcast, would you mind telling anyone listening here about your shop, your philosophy of your shop, and why someone should come to Highlands Coffee if they're ever in Clarens?
So the philosophy of my shop is obviously focusing on the coffee. So it's not a food place where you can also get coffee. It's a coffee place where you can get coffee accompaniments. We want the focus to be coffee. We want you to really kind of realize that you're drinking a cup of coffee that a lot of love, care and attention has gone into. Everyone who works with me and for me is passionate about the product.
Wow, yeah, I saw that today.
And it's always been like it. Anyone who has worked with me, either through my inspiration or their discoveries in the journey, they become passionate about coffee without fail. Every single person has either gone on to bigger and better things in the coffee business, or keeps coming back and telling me how they miss it and they're in this and that now. But
it's so weird that life
just to be back in coffee.
It's so weird that life brought me on your doorstep as well. I just want to tell you how long I've been trying to find that place open. I always come here and the timing is off and it's closed, and I'm glad I finally found it open.
Great, okay.
Yeah,
you can always come and ask and we could show you around, but seeing it working is
it's amazing.
Is that's the thing. So that's simply it. It's a very simple concept in terms of our offering. It's a little bit sort of, somebody the other day sort of called it gypsy hippie vibe.
Why?
Well, it is. It's sort of a mishmash of stuff. It's like it's filled with furniture that I've found here and there. Some of it I've bought specifically. Some of my wife's crocheting's hanging on the walls.
I found it like visiting family. I just felt welcome there immediately. That's what it gave to me.
It's exactly the vibe that I want you to feel like you're sitting in my living room.
Yeah.
And having a coffee with me rather than in my place.
Yeah.
So that's really what we're trying to.
I had my first coffee today with you. I had my first coffee of the day with you today.
Nice, thank you.
I'm honored.
Okay, there's my bunny.
Oh, nice. So my other bunny flew away, though. Chris, thank you for being on my podcast and spending some time out here with me, and I look forward to coming back and visiting this place. It's been an honor to have just a couple of minutes of your time on my show. Thanks.
That's been fun, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.